And we are on. Okay, Alex, thank you very much.
Hi.
Hello, nice to meet you in this live recording.
Thank you. It's really nice to be here.
And it's fantastic that we have opportunity to speak together in live and recorded it for our maybe prospect students or parents, and just to give them another opinion directly from someone from DMU. You live in UK, you are alumni of DMU, so it's much better for students to have information directly from the source, right? Okay, Alex, let's start with what means the Montfort? Why your school is called the Montfort University?
Well, the Montfort University is located in Leicester in the United Kingdom. So 1 hour from London, 70 minutes roughly by train from central London. And we have some history with de Montfort, who was the historical figure. And he is actually linked. His name was Simon de Montfort. He is linked with some battles. He was French, of course. Right. But he came here and he fought in some important battles for England. Right now, we have lots of history in the city. Richard III burial site is actually down here, so students can have the historical places visited from time to time. But what I really love about the city is the fact that it also has that buzz of a big city, even though it's a medium-sized one. So it's 300,000 people, big enough to have everything you need from pubs, shopping malls, parks, and other things, but also small enough to have that safety, quiet, and of course, cheaper rent, which is...
And it's good for people who don't want to live, for example, in London, which is too big for them, right?
Exactly. I mean, I know how it is to be a student in London, and I can see how much savings you can do by living in Leicester. Of course, whenever you need to go to London, you just pop into the train. It's 70 minutes away, so it's still close. And also, it's right in the middle of England, so that means you reach Birmingham in half an hour. You're very close to Manchester as well, so you have very good links with England. With the students I'm talking to, they never get bored because they always have something to do in the city.
And actually, Alex, you don't save only on money or your financial resources, but actually you're saving on your time, right? Because to transport from faculty to accommodation, it's not as time costly as in London, for example.
Exactly. It's 5 to 10 minutes walking distance with a cheap rent, which is around £100 per week. And you don't need public transportation, even though there is public transportation in the city, because we are 5 minutes away from the city center as well. You basically don't need them. It's just walking. Some students have bikes as well, so really, really good.
Okay, you have mentioned in sentence before that you are very close to Birmingham. I think so. This is the biggest and the closest airport, international airport.
Yes, exactly. Luton is also very close. And it's the East Midlands Airport, close to Nottingham as well. So yeah, very good links for coming with planes from wherever in the world.
All right. You was mentioning that it's quite cheap to live in Leicester, and you mentioned £100. I think so. It's not like cheap, but considering UK, it's okay.
Yes. I should have said that this is comparing to other fees in the UK, because it's £100 per week, the rent. But when you think about other costs, I don't know, it can be per month, it will be no more than £150 to £200, let's say, because you cut the cost with public transport and other things. So yeah, it's pretty good.
If students combine all main four things regarding their budget, like accommodation, food, transportation, and cost of like free time, can you live with, let's say, £600 a month?
I believe so. Yeah, I think it's correct.
And you will live like normal.
Yeah, no restrictions whatsoever. Okay. Actually, because right now probably a couple of weeks, we release the welcome guide, and we're going to send it to you so you can spread it to the students. You're going to see that, for example, in the welcome week that we encourage students to come to, which is 1 week or 2 weeks before the actual start of courses. All the shopping mall has even 40% discounts for students in that first week. So even shopping can be very affordable, because in the city there are 40,000 students. So they know a lot of students will come. So
it's quite good ratio. If you say it's 300,000 people, inhabitants living in Leicester, and 40,000 of it is students, it's quite student city.
Yes. You can feel the vibes, the young vibes. Our students only are 25,000, so the university itself is very big. And they come from 4 faculties. So it's art, design, and humanities, business and law, computer engineering and media, and health and life sciences.
All right. When you started to talk about faculties, how many study programs combined? You have 500, 600?
It's probably around 400 right now inside these 4 faculties. So lots of programs to choose from, and even very niche programs. So the students, if they go on the website, it's very easy to use it. And of course, if they come to you for consultancy, they'll see they have lots of options. So we really encourage them to find the best option for them. And I always tell them to find that section called opportunities and careers and start from there. So first, try to choose your future career and then choose your actual degree. We have programs, as I said, very specialized as well, not only the standard ones, the big ones. So for example, we have animation, we have fashion design, we have even footwear design, we do have music technology and performance. So it's also pharmacy and other programs such as computing, cybersecurity, and others. Business or law, and combinations between innovation, entrepreneurship, and others. But why I said opportunities and careers? Because our focus is mainly on this. From the letter of motivation, from their personal statement, they need to show us that they want a future career. And we are going to also help them starting day one to build that. For example, we have this unique program called DMU Global, where students can go to. This is a very complex program, but one of the best things about it, I believe, it's the academic-led trips. For example, 10 days trip. They are focused on your specific subject. So let's say computer science students go to Silicon Valley in the States, and they get to visit Google headquarters even. Right. I had this feedback from one of our students who had this life-changing experience. Students from architecture or interior design, they go to the Great Festival of Innovation in Hong Kong. 2 of them got awarded prizes. 1 of them already has an interview with one of the big architects in Hong Kong. They go to New York, for example, fashion students to Victoria's Secret and so on. So it's a very much niched on your specific subject. And also we give bursaries. So you can get this trip financed by us, at least partially. So I think this is a huge advantage. Apart from that, we have DMU Works, which tries to guarantee work experience in your field of study by the end of your studies. And also we have our awesome career guidance department, so they can go there, and my colleagues will help them with CV, personal statement, and everything they need to find a proper job. We do have the Unitemps platform, which is the Unitemps Leicester is right inside our university. It's a platform which helps the students and other people find at least part-time jobs. So lots of opportunities in there.
Perfect, Alex. Actually, you're taking away each possible question which I can have. It's very difficult to think about what will be the next question, because you are just answering, even without me to asking you questions. But I would like to ask you, what kind of students you're looking for, or what should be the regular students to apply for DMU? What is his profile?
Well, first of all, I think they need to be motivated to have a future career dream, even though it's just a dream now and they have, of course, no idea about the exact career they will follow. But I'd like to see students who can take on the challenge. We help them grow a lot, so we don't want necessarily only students who perform excellently academically, having A stars or the maximum grade in it. However, they need to prove that they are ambitious. For the art subjects, we need them to have very good portfolios. I think it's important for them to realize that when they come, they will have everything they need, not only on the employability side of things, on the practical side of things, because they will do a lot of practice, but they also have the facilities they need. I encourage them to go on YouTube, check our amazing buildings. We've invested more than 100 billion pounds in them. And I believe they'll see there the amount of investments we've done in order for them to have a proper experience. I think it's a lot about that experience. We need students who are happy to find peers from all over the world because we have every nationality of this world. We are a very diverse community, and Leicester is actually one of the most diverse cities out there. It has been named, I think, in top 10 best cities to live and work within the UK. And there's a very good nationality balance, so they'll meet people from all the cultures. We need students who are up to take so many sports activities, clubs, societies. We have amazing gym facilities, so we encourage them to enroll in these societies starting day one, because this way they'll know other people. I have an example from one of our music technology and performance students. From just one event of the music society, he get to meet some members of the university who were actually thinking of forming a rock band. And our guy was a guitar player, so in 2 months they already had their own band. And they have performances in Leicester and so on. So being such a diverse university, having programs from so many different areas, you can network with others and you can develop opportunities. So yeah, it's a good place to be, I believe. In terms of facilities, as I said, one of the students for Game Art, for example, she was telling me that she's fascinated about the tablets that we have, so the newest technologies in terms of designing and so on. But she's also happy that it's a city offering her the possibility to find inspiration. So if you want that buzz, you have it 5 minutes away of the city. And but if you want that silence, if you want a park, you can even do rowing. You have a river right behind the campus. If you need that time for inspiration or for studying, you also have that. So I think it's a very good balance.
All right. We've been going through admission requirements, or we've been talking about what kind of students you would like to attract. And you mentioned a bit what are the entry criteria, right? So students, they have to have good motivation, which they state on motivation letter. They should have some references from the teacher, and they should have like okay grades, like good grades at their high school. What would you say if I don't have good English, or if I would feel like my English is not good enough? What should I do? Do you have some foundation year or?
Yes, if the level of English is not the required one, we offer through DMU IC, which is the Montfort University International College. We offer the chance to get into DMU through the International Year Zero, for example, if you want a bachelor's degree. Or we also have the international first year, from which you can progress straight to the second year at DMU, or we even have pre-masters. The idea with this International Year Zero is that it takes place right inside of the DMU campus, benefiting from all these facilities. So this is where DMU IC is. You will develop better academically because the classes are smaller. So it's not only the English support, which is academic English to, of course, raise your English level to the one required for the first year, but it's also the academic support. So we found many times that actually students in the second year at DMU have better results after this international first year or the international year zero, because they had that extra support in the beginning.
All right, perfect. We are shooting this in May, and in 3 months, 4 months, the fresh students or first year students are starting the new semester. Do you offer any support for the students from the beginning of the new year?
Yes, and I'm very glad you asked about that. For example, we have international buddy scheme. We try to get students to know each other if they're from the same nationality or if maybe they're from the same program. New students who might be a bit unsure about the environment and things like this, they can make friends with older students who have already the experience. And we also offer support through our student services. So, for example, if they need support with changing accommodation whenever they need to change from our dorms to the private ones. So throughout the year, if they need any advice from us, even with the contracts and everything, we offer support also with their well-being during the year. They come to us, they tell us if they need something more from us, and we offer that. So yeah.
Okay, excellent. Actually, this is quite different between other schools, for example, in Denmark or Sweden, because you have all those like support for students, accommodation office, as you said, well-being office, financial center, job center. So students, they can come there because for many of them, it's first time abroad. They are 18
Yes.
and it's so many of them. So you created so those like combined facilities to accommodate their needs, right? Just to prove DMU is good and qualitative school, just to prove it, so you have some stamp on it, right? I think so you've been awarded by Golden Medal.
Yes.
Teaching excellence quality
framework.
Yes.
Yes, and actually this is awarded based on a few criteria, one of them being how much into the industry are the teachers, are the lecturers, how applied is everything. So it's a combination between the actual teaching, which is excellent, and how much of it is linked to the real world. And that's how we also got this huge 97.3% employability percentage. Right. Because teachers and companies are working together to make our students ready for the work world. Right. So I believe it's a good place to be from this perspective, and having unique programs such as DMU Global and being internationally recognized will help them boost their CV. For example, we are one of the few universities who are involved in the United Nations program. One of the programs they have is working on their sustainability goals, and we are working with them, students from international relations, and not only can attend, for example, DMU global trips to United Nations, they even had debates there. So right. I believe we are validated from quite a few institutions, and it's very good to see that DMU is positioning itself as such an excellent university in the world.
I see. Alex, I have a good question for you, because you are answering all the questions which come into my mind. Today I have this like role situation. Today I spoke to one student. He got admission from UK, not from DMU, but from other school, and from Slovakia. And he told me that, Roman, I'm very sorry, but I decided to stay at home because it's easier for me, because I don't know. What would you say to those students who has this dilemma or this decision to make, to go abroad or to stay comfortable in their back home, in their comfort zone?
Well, I can give an advice from my own experience, because I'm originally from Romania. So I came from Eastern Europe to study in the UK. And I can definitely advise every student to take this challenge on and go study abroad, even though they would like to come back to their original country and do something there. Having that experience, and especially in a country like the UK, which is so international, helps you grow a lot. So first of all, you get amazing experience in the university, and it's such a difference from the universities in Eastern Europe to the universities in the UK, for example, because they are so much oriented towards the labor market and towards practical things. Then you get the networking. I've mentioned the DMU Global Program already. How can you see the world in such a way that you get to make friends, or you even get to be employed by someone abroad, like our student in Hong Kong. So many opportunities here to grow. You come with that work experience and study experience from the UK, you go to your own country and build something. And I think it's also something about getting out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
If you challenge yourself with this, because of course it's a new culture, there are so many people, I've seen how much more mature I became after this experience. Not only making me ready to work or for the employability, but for me as a person. My life was improved because I chose to get out of my comfort zone, to do this step, and to earn so much experience. So yeah, definitely go and study abroad.
Plus education in UK belongs to top 1, or in top 3 educations in the world, I believe, regarding the quality or competitiveness at the labor market afterwards.
Exactly. Okay. You can go anywhere afterwards.
And you improve just basic thing. You improve your English because you are not sitting in international class, but you are sitting with Britons in a class, I believe, right?
Yeah. Anyway, if they're internationals, you're going to be staying with so many other nationalities, and you're going to be able to speak in English. You have, of course, British students, for example, from the 25,000 students that we have, I think maybe 6,000 are internationals, and the other ones are British.
So it's a good ratio because 70% is British students, right? So you are confronted to speak, to listen, to learn, just to inhale the English language.
Yes, you need to speak up, and it's good for this as well.
All right, Alex, thank you very much. Maybe at the end, just to sum up all the information, where they can find pictures, videos, which one is the best platform? Is it your YouTube? Is your webpage? Is your Instagram?
So we are very active on Facebook and social media, Facebook and Instagram. Do follow us. It's DMU Leicester. And our website is easy to use for the program pages, so they can see all the details. And I believe it's good for them to come to open days whenever they have the opportunity. They can find them on our website. But if they don't come to the actual open days, we do have live streams on our social media about it. So maybe that's a good way to start. And on the YouTube, yeah, definitely follow us, the Montfort University. We have even vlogs of our students and lots of testimonials in there. And also something which is really valuable, some portfolio advice. They will find it even on YouTube for the art subjects. So yeah, take into account that.
Perfect, Alex. Thank you very much for all the information. It was plenty, really. It was plenty.
And I'm very happy.
And hopefully this will help to new students to find out, or maybe just to spark the interest to find more information about DMU. Actually, this is your brochure, right? Students
yes.
Find all the information here on your website, where is electronic brochures, right? Or they can speak directly with us. Thank you very much, Alex.
Perfect. Thank you.
And have a lovely day. Thank you.
You too.